gradually they are coming into the game, and as predicted prior to, it is not going to be an easy game here for the Burkina Faso, looking at the fact that the Togolese have lost in their opener and definitely will seek to bounce back.
Well, let's see what they've got for their fans and play once again having halted by referee Latif in this game, who is taking control quite well of this game. 𝗭𝗢 comes with this one, but he's been stopped. It's still 𝗭𝗢 is the Togolese who are trying to track forward. Here comes a straight run into the box, and still 𝗭𝗢 here he comes again, looking for support. Can't he get it? Twisting and turning, sends it onto the far side, but the man in the 11 shirt arrive. Ajagba finds the man in the edge set. A Messiah again. That is a rocket of a hit.
Also, that was a good play from 𝗭𝗢. Way too many touches on that ball. He was looking out for the best of options, but there was no one available. But with that notwithstanding, I think clearly it was a very good and positive play there from the Togolese, who are gradually trying to take charge and over in this very particular fixture.
Here comes Fadel, left one inside, very deep into half of this Togolese. Alassana has got it, drifting back about, miss it a bit as they work their way out of danger. Adenyo with a long hit inside. What I tell you what, it's been an equal play from both sides with some promising chances falling the way of the two sides, but again the final way to handle those opportunities in the final third of the pitch is what is lacking lots of quality. But here comes Burkina Faso again, this time around from the right hand side, very feeble.
That was a poor communication there from the right hand side, and we haven't seen much of a good play so far from Alassana. But despite the fact that he has been inconsistent in this game, I think we have really seen some good play from the Burkina Faso, especially from the right hand side when they initiate attack.
Well, talking about Burkina Faso, the Stallions of Burkina Faso, they'll be hoping to at least get into the under-17 African Cup of Nations, and if possible, I'll pick a ticket for the FIFA under-17 World Cup scheduled for Qatar in 2025. Oh, that's quite a ruthless tackle there, and referees, certainly a whistle for that one. Is a captain, Sheriff Badri, who goes on to the turf, wins the sympathy of the referee. He's rather against the Stallions. 𝗭𝗢 couldn't control it, lifts off the ball to his opponent, Abdullah Latif. Fadel with a long hit inside. He's looking for his forward line again. Sharaf. And the flag is already up at the far side.
What I haven't seen quite an accurate timing there from the Burkina Faso, despite the fact that they've been able to dominate play. And I think Alassana was in a very poor position. He needs to consider his position, and basically this is one of the aspects of the game that we need to concentrate on. In as much as you are playing, you need to consider your position as well, and that was an unfortunate one there for the right back.
Oh, here comes a lovely chance, lovely play. Can this be the opener for Burkina Faso? Oh my goodness, what a miss! What a miss! It's a man who has been hard working all day, who missed that glorious opportunity. Yusuf once again fell into connect when it matters most.
Well, I think he could have done better. We don't miss sitters like this in games, and that was a perfect sitter. The only difficulty in that was to give a perfect position, but even with that, he had his timing wrong, and unfortunately he couldn't capitalize on that for the Burkina Faso.
Here comes the corner kick delivered inside into the tunnel. Oh my goodness, he saved it, and a man in the 13 shirt saved the situation for Togo. My goodness, 𝗭𝗢 with a glorious chance to push it away from the line.
Well, I think he had it right, nearly registering the first goal here for the Burkina Faso. Unfortunately, 𝗭𝗢 was on arrival, denying them an opportunity for an early goal. And clearly, we have seen it in the first 12 minutes that both teams are in for something sumptuous.
What a game we have it. As it to be a train advantage for Togo once again, but it's been well shoved off at the far side with Yusuf coming to the rescue of the Stallions once again. But I tell you, Togo have lived dangerously a few minutes ago in this game. And they've got to really credit their defender who played from the left-hand side, 𝗭𝗢𝗡𝗘, who was red-hot alert to avoid that danger. But here comes a long hit inside into the penalty box now. Can he keep it? Yes, he keeps it. 𝗭𝗢𝗡 goes on his marker. Digs one over, my goodness. Oh, he's arriving, so arrives, he's still Togo. Sparrowhawks, my goodness, what a save from Prince.
Well, Prince did a very good job. That was a perfect save, but equally we need to give credit to Prince for that wonderful save. It's been a good game so far, both teams entertaining us here, and all witnesses to this game can equally attest to what I'm saying. Great game, great moment, great momentum, and indeed this is one of the most exciting fixtures in the competition.
Prince Quadrago plays for Real du Faso, and he is proving to be a real shot-stopper in this tournament for the Stallions. But here is Togo's corner kick from the far right hand side, and at least they'll be putting a lot of yellow sets into the box. Delivered inside, textbook header into nobody in particular, just across the face of goal once again.
What I'm enjoying in this game is the fact that the pendulum has been at the middle, and equally you could see that it swings to the left and comes back to the right hand side. But so far so good. All good and great opportunities in this game have gone the way of the Togolese, except one more thing that they need to do: just make use of the opportunities and you have to go.
Here comes Togo once again. At least to be hoping to push some players forward once again, very close to the halfway line. And is demanding the 14 shots. Baba Yara, who comes for it, delivers one very close to the 18-yard. The referee have none of that. Here they come again, Burkina Faso. 𝗨𝟭𝟳 has been stopped. But it's a foul against them. Oh, it's a... It's rather throwing advantage to Burkina Faso. With Yusuf effecting this one, long one inside. But they need to be very careful at the back. It's still Burkina Faso charging forward. And the flag is already up also.
Definitely that wasn't a good one there from Burkina Faso. So the first quarter of an hour has clearly shown us the technicalities in this game, especially on the part of the Togolese, who are trying to make use of almost all the available opportunities in this game. But I'm impressed from both ends. We have seen some good football, but I expect more to come up in the course of the remaining minutes.
Well, 15 minutes already played at the Legon Sports Stadium, and still a blank after an exciting play from the two teams. Here's Abdullah Latif, who goes onto the ground, wins the sympathy of the referee. As the captain of the side, Sheriff Badri, together with his man in the 14 shot, who will have to effect that one, Yusuf. But I'm sure it's going to be Badri who will be going for this one. Very deep in their own half. The captain of the side looks to be a search kick specialist. Dinks it into the box again. Oh my goodness, that was a textbook header. And again, they failed to direct their head.
So that was a good delivery there from Sheriff, the captain of the side. And the connection was on point, except for the fact that the direction wasn't right. And you know, it was a great performance and excellent spectacle there from Burkina Faso.
Kolani, at least will launch this attack from the back. At least to pick his captain, but couldn't pick him, but instead picks the man in the two shot. Afidenyo, who also gives out the ball to the Stallions of Burkina Faso. He's back to Kolani, who picks it calmly. No trouble at all within his own area. As he drops it deep. Very, very deep into this. Burkina have 𝗭𝗢𝗡𝗘 once again, looking for the man in the 15 shot. Finds him. Can this be? Oh, great defending by Fadel, who comes in to save the situation. But it was a great run from Gbagba.
So Fadel was on time to deny 𝗭𝗢𝗡 an opportunity to take the lead here for the Togolese, and clearly it shows you that indeed the Togolese side are really prepared for this game, because they know what it has taken for them. A defeat here today will mean that they are out of the competition. So they will do everything possible to cause an upset or take an LED here to possibly see how things may pan out in the remaining minutes of play. But in all, it was a great run there from a clue and equally a timely intervention there from Fadel.
Well, as the Afeke calls out to effect this one from the back. The centre back has been very quality, at least intercepting play. But he's got opportunity now to kick this one. He was looking for his man in the 7-shot clue once again, but this was well read by Abdullah Latif. And I tell you what, the Stallions are just proving to be quality in every department of their game. Right from the heart of defense into the middle and also into the attacking third. Togo have got a corner kick. Jerry, once again the captain of the side, will love to go behind it. And let's see what he can do. Sensing the crossing. Let's look at that again, but oh, how many chances will fall the way of these teams?
Well, clearly it shows that indeed, apart from the fact that they are creating the chances, there's a lot of work that needs to be done on their finishing. And clearly you could see that the Togolese are getting the opportunities, but how well would they be able to capitalize on that? That's a big question.
Well, here's a big chance for Burkina Faso, but that's a big defending also coming from these two lads. Akakpo, at least, intervening to save the situation for the Sparrowhawks of Togo. They've not fared bad in this game after losing out to the menace of Niger by 3-2 at the same venue some few days ago. Well, their best performance so far on the continent has been in 2007 when they hosted the Under-17 Championship, where they reached or finished in a second place ahead of Ghana. But until then, it's been a very, very bizarre story for them at the continental level. What
I think Togo, apart from the 2007 success, they've completely gone out of the equation and they've not been seen in the picture for years. But clearly we are seeing some glimpses of a comeback. Despite the fact that they lost in their opening game, I still think they have a long way to go in terms of technicalities. These young lads have gone through preparation, and I think in a way or two there's still more work to be done on them. And trust me, if they're able to do it, a time will come Togo will come back to life as far as the youth competition is concerned on the continent of Africa.
Yeah, it drops into the middle. It's been dispatched onto the right hand side, but again Sharaf has been well watched by �'oulani once again, who will go to the ground to collect it off his feet, and he decides to release it onto the left hand side. Finds his captain Jerry once again, and the final touch to him again will break down. Oh, this team will stay with the Sparrowhawks of Togo once again, who are pushing men forward. And at least from the left hand side now to Akakpo, who lifts it for his captain. He now dropped into the middle. Oh, but that's some sort of bravery. But Jerry pressed the ball simply onto the right hand side, at least drawing his man in. Babayara fails to connect, but he stays with those in a yellow shirt. Akakpo with that diagonal play, but to nobody in particular. It need to be well collected.
Well, so basically this is one of the reflections in this game. The Togolese are currently dominating, dictating possession, and to be frank, it's been a very wonderful spectacle and I'm enjoying the game.
Yes, Abdullah Latif twisting and turning, looking for that support, finds one in his colleague Mohamed, who switches on to the right hand side. But here is another lovely play, but the height of the ball certainly is not going to be the man. �'oulani, he's got the height to deal with that situation.
So �'oulani has been excellent so far in the competition, despite conceding 3 goals in their opening game. I think so far he's been excellent, so much on point, and much credit to him for putting out such a wonderful performance in the first 23 minutes of this game.
Oh, that's a touch from behind. He trips onto the ground by referee Abdul Latif, and there you have none of that as Abdullah Latif stays on the turf. in some bits of trouble. Probably picked a knock from behind. As we've done 22 minutes into this game already. But it's Babayara getting ready to serve this one for Togo. And he finds a man, who is very close by, twisting and turning. Can he go around the traffic of bodies? Drops it into the middle. Constructing from the back again. Fit Daniel comes for it. Mohamed for Burkina Faso, but referee certainly will whistle for that. It's a serious infringement and will stay away of the Sparrowhawks of Togo. It's a big match.
So that was an unfair challenge there from Mohamed Fofana. I mean, the referee had it right, spot on, excellent decision, and that was an unquestionable one.
Or a lot of such pieces impeding the quality and the beauty of the game. But it's Burkina Faso's free kick, very close to their own area, as their coach will certainly not be very excited with the way he is issuing a lot of instructions from the touchline. It tells you he's not very excited about how he charges handling issues in this game. But here comes a clue and he goes down.
So the 4-2-3-1 formation from Togo is really working well for them, and gladly speaking, they have been the better side of the two, and I think they still have a lot of work to do, and that has to do with the finishing. If they're able to get their finishing right, I think they are likely to take a lead here against Burkina Faso. But for some time now, Burkina Faso has equally gone back to sleep, very dormant from the middle to the attacking part, and I think there's more work to be done here, and if clearly they want to gain and maximize the point at stake, they still have to set up. They need not to underrate Togo, for the Togolese are coming in as wounded lions, and clearly we have seen from how they are playing so far, and if you are not careful enough and they take the lead here, it's going to be very difficult for Burkina Faso. They need to set up, and so far I'm impressed and enjoying some delightful play here from the two sides.
So here comes inside, delivered long into the channel, and that's a great entry by Prince. Returns ball, and again the goalkeeper only is coming in to rescue the situation straight onto his face, and he will stay on the turf a bit. Prince, Quadago Prince.
Yes, I think he did very well by punching out that ball. Unfortunately, there were a collection of bodies that he clattered into, and he goes down suffering some pains, but I think it was a good timing there from Prince, and we need to credit him for that. That was a very dangerous set piece there from from Togo, and he was up to the expectations, delivering any pressure, and Burkina Faso will now have some space to breathe here.
Well, like their name suggests, Togo's Sparrowhawks will be hoping to fly high in this game, but for now they have been tamed by the Stallions. But I'm sure they've got other ideas, as we left with so many minutes to play in this game. Looks like Prince is good to go. He plays for Rio du Faso in Burkina Faso, and he certainly needs to be okay to continue with this game. As referee of the side, Abdul Latif and Derek gets ready to resume from where we left off in this game. That's a lovely hit onto the right hand side. Now here they come, Burkina Faso trying to drift into the box. It's been dicked over. Can he get onto the ball? Oh my goodness, he's not able to keep it. Alassana arrives a shed late, and that will mean a welcome goal kick.
And there's a tactical trick here from Burkina Faso. Alassana has now moved to the left hand side of attack. Abdullah Latif now goes to the right hand side, and basically it tells you that at some point, if things are not clicking, you need to make a lot of tweaks tactically, and that's exactly what the Burkinabe are doing at the moment, and just clearly shows who they are and tactically what they can salvage out of this very game.
Well, less than 25 minutes to go in the first half of this thrilling encounter between Togo and Burkina Faso. It's the WAFU Zombie Under 17 tournament that we bring it to you live from the Legon Sports Stadium. And so these two sides have nothing to show for after some lovely exchange in this game. Looks to be a free kick for Togo. Not a very advantageous position, quite cute. If all thinking can be a bit disastrous. And it's 𝗭𝗢𝗡𝗘 who will let himself to take responsibility as they drag a lot of youngsters in a yellow set into Burkina Faso's box. The fans who love to see a goal at least in this game with what we've seen so far.
Very likely. The expectation is so high, but let's see how it goes.
Well, let's see how it goes as we wait for this kick from 𝗭𝗡𝗡. Another youngster that has been brought by the Togolese side. That's a poor kick, of course, into the box. It has been well dealt with, but 𝗭𝗡𝗡 have got other ideas. It keeps the ball away. This could be very dangerous. 𝗭𝗢𝗡 at least stepping out of his line to avert that danger.
So 𝗭𝗢𝗡 was on point. Great goalkeeping, great anticipation, and that was a perfect clearance there from the goalkeeper, who has really seen a couple of tests so far in this game, but he's been able to live up and against the tests that have come his way.
Abdul Latif goes around his marker. At least is being connected to again, goes down in the 18-yard, but referee have none of that. Togo at least walking out of danger. His back that was being searched for, but he couldn't run the way he should have to hatch onto that one. And that will be Burkina Faso's throw-in on the far side. Oh, they really contain the pressure quite well. Check with this one. Here comes a lovely sprint there. Could this be the first goal? My goodness. It's 𝗭𝗢𝗡 who's pressed himself to prevent that ball from entering his net.
Also, great run there from Alassana and excellent stop there from 𝗭𝗢𝗡. In as much as we are giving credit to Alassana, we equally have to credit 𝗭𝗢𝗡 for such a tremendous save there. And he still puts the game at goalless.
Well, half an hour done in this game, and it's still barring between these two sides. But there's a player in a yellow that stays inside the 18-yard, and we need a bit of medical attention. He seems to be in a serious trouble. Some of the players who have a drink at least to calm themselves and also ensure that they have some chit chats with their manager 𝗭𝗢𝗡𝗘 Nuchikoji. At least he will issue a bit of instruction, but Oscar Barrow for Burkina Faso will also take advantage of the situation, at least to have a bit of chit chat with his players. They are looking a bit lackadaisical in the final third. So many chances falling their way, and they couldn't really find the back of the net.
I mean, these are young lads and upcoming ones, of course. Sometimes at some point you realize that upon all the good plays that they have, brought on board, they still lack the experience and the decisiveness. And that's one thing that is killing these teams. They are doing very well. They are creating the opportunities, but indecision has taken the raw shadow out of this game, and clearly you can see that they will require some tactical talk, and this is exactly what the coaches are doing. They are telling them exactly what to do once the opportunities come, and I'm impressed with the output so far from both coaches, clearly dictating and showing that technically they are gifted, and if their players are able to live up to their own instructions, then we are aiming for another raw banter. So far so good. Great game for both teams, and I'm equally impressed, as many are.
Oh, so we are good to resume. 𝗭𝗢𝗡 at least will blast this one inside, trusting it forward to find his colleagues out front, but his captain couldn't grab it. Badri switch on to Alassana, who's got someone to beat in Bayara. That's a handball by referee. You have none of that. Here he come again. Badri sensing the 𝗭𝗢𝗡, to who in particular it's a Burkina Faso lacking dangerously. 𝗭𝗢𝗡 gets attached to it. Here comes a return one. Can't set the situation. Oh my goodness. That's a big chance there for the Stallions once again. But they've gotten a corner kick for their effort.
Well, I'm even short of words. Look at the opportunities they are wasting in this game. They can't equally fathom exactly what is happening to them. Clear opportunity. They should have counted for them. They waste this opportunity, and indeed, it has been a game of disaster somehow, I should put it.
Oh, you can see a few seconds ago a bit of shock from the bench of Burkina Faso. They knew they were in the lead in this game, but they would have to wait for some minutes. Here comes the delivery, and again it's 𝗭𝗢𝗡 who runs miscues, and again 𝗭𝗢𝗡 ever present to avert the danger. Oh my goodness, there's been a lot of drama plenty in this game.
Well, Koku Ameyisa suffered some hitting in the process, but this game is full of drama, full of excitement, and full of all the words to describe it. I mean, so far 𝗭𝗢𝗡 has been the best of this game, and I tell you for a fact, he has really stood up tall among the Togolese, saving them on countless occasions in this game. And to the other side of the coin, I think Burkina Faso need to sit up. They are creating the opportunities, yet they are not taking them. And this game is certainly one that cannot be thrown into the dust just like that. It's been a game of many opportunities, particularly it's been a game of wasted opportunities as well.
But as 𝗭𝗢𝗡 in your shot, receiving a bit of treatment owing to the fact that he was involved in that challenge a few minutes ago. And it's good to continue with this game. No wonder Coach Coco has trusted him to be the safest pair of hands for him coming into this tournament. And he's living up to the billing. Koza with a long hit inside. And it's picked by Fadel. On the heart of defense for Burkina Faso finds Alassana. Corner to his captain Badri. Here comes the Hodges. Badri. And again, he cannot just go past that man in a 7-shirt 𝗭𝗢𝗡, who has been a hard worker in this game. Well, yet to really see what 𝗭𝗢𝗡 brings into this game after getting that goal against Niger in match day 1.
Well, I think he comes in with so much composure, so much is expected from him. Having grabbed a goal in their last game, you expect him to maintain the same composition and composure in this very game, especially coming up against a side which is yet to pick up a point in the competition. And it clearly shows that indeed he's a player to watch. And to the other side, I've been amazed and overwhelmed by the performance of Sheriff Badra Barrow, the captain of Burkina Faso, drifting into many spaces and reducing the traffic. It clearly shows his importance in the setup.
Alassana, this time around, will connect onto his man in the 7-shirt. Issouf. Oh, Issouf losing that big opportunity. But at least very hard working, do manage to keep it. But Badjeri comes in to at least solve the situation for Togo. But it couldn't be pushed forward again by the man in the 14 shirt for them, Babayara, who's received most of the ball in this game. Well, reminds us, especially for the Ghanaian fans, of the man Babayara, once upon a time a trailblazer in Ghana's football history.
Yeah, he was of importance to Ghana's football history, and no wonder the Kumasi Stadium was named after him. He was a man who was based in Kumasi in the Ashanti region, for the local class and the national team as well. So clearly, to get a name same as the former, Ghanaian star, it tells you and gives a lot of memories, especially from the Ghanaian perspective.
Well, here they've got a throwing advantage, at least to be affected once again by this man Babayara in your shot, who decides to step back a bit. I was thinking it's going to be a long throw, but he's got 𝗭𝗢𝗡 within space, finds him. 𝗭𝗢𝗡 twisting and turning, couldn't return well, but here it comes again, floated. Well, there's a lot of traffic for this yellow shirt. He could dink it over, but it's not just possible.
Well, that was a great block there, thwarting the attack of Togo, and it shows you that clearly the Togolese are getting into this game, and I'm impressed. No matter what it is, I'm impressed. I mean, both teams are doing well. The only thing lacking in this game is the set pieces and opportunities that have been wasted. And I think during the races, the coaches will be able to capitalize on such periods and give them the needed, tutorials to ensure that they maximize such opportunities.
Oh, so Kozak steps forward, the centre back. At least he's elected himself to effect this free kick. Very cute angle, not the best of kick from Kozak. The lad in his 17 shots. But at least the advantage will stay with the Sparrowhawks of Togo, who have a throwing advantage. Very deep into the half of Burkina Faso, who are now on the defensive onslaught in this game. Is lifted inside by Babayara. And again, it's been missed by everybody in the yellow shirt. Chick. At least winning the sympathy of the referee. With an enterprising run on the far right hand side. It to be a free kick. With Isuf double, at least getting ready a session of the fans here, enjoying the game.
Exactly, and this is, the clear sign that indeed the love for country always comes first in anything. Some supported from the Togolese and of course the Burkina Faso here.
Oh, here comes a hot run from Akakbo. Can he go around Fadel? Goes on him, goes for the power, and it's been stopped by Prince once again. Very red hot alerts within his toe sticks. And the fans, at least, will have some joy, especially these Togolese fans on your screens.
Well, I think Akakbo did a very good run there, very attacking run, drifting into the 18-yard area and smashing with his left foot, which is his weaker one. But the goalkeeper, Prince, equally living up to the expectation. Great run, great move there from Akakbo.
Oh, the Togo fans are beginning to find their voice here at the Legon Sports Stadium. Oh, wait, almost 40th minute mark to be hitting this game. Babayara, lovely touch there from the youngster. Goes on the traffic of bodies. It's still Babayara. And again, a final touch. Yes, well covered. Yeah, proving to be strong now in this game. But Jerry's pressed the ball onto a clue comes in. That was a touch from behind, but referee have none of that. It's still Togo. Ajagba. It's still within the area. Comes off the man. Isufu double. And Burkina Faso get this one away. Koza comes in. Finds this man. Ameisa. Oh, decides to hit it diagonally onto the right hand side. And still looking for space. Oh my goodness. Jagba once again floating over that one into the crowd. But again, he's got his bench applauding him for that effort.
Well, that was a great one there from Ajagba. Very wonderful, very skillful. And having had full control of that ball smashes. But that was way beyond his own expectation.
Here still Togo Akakpo, at least twisting and turning, goes on his marker, beautifully beats Abdullah Latif to it. There's bad Jerry now for Togo. The Sparrowhawks playing something beautiful out here, goes for the long shot there, but it's a bit feeble.
Well, that was a feeble effort, and that was a great vision there from the attacker. Togo is gradually creeping into this game, and the last 5 minutes have been all Togolese.
So from Oswansa, I really enjoying the game. It's been a Togo showmanship in the last few minutes in this game. Badri for Burkina Faso, the skipper of the side, decides to hit it into the middle of the field to find Isufu Dabo, whose kick is out for a twin advantage to the Sparrowhawks once again.
Well, that was a great move there from the Togolese, and I'm admitting for a fact that technically they are better shaped up than their Burkina Faso counterparts. The only thing missing in their play is their inability to capitalize on the opportunities created. But so far so good. Great game.
Burkina Faso once again picking a broken bases deep in the half of this Togolese side, but it's once again been dealt with well on that occasion as Ajagba comes forward, but to nobody in particular, and it's another chance begging for connection. As Fadel picks it up.
Ajagba was lacking the vision. He had the sight, but he couldn't connect well with any of his players. And that practically means that opportunity will come to a notch. But it's been a good game so far. It goes back and forth. The pendulum is equally spreading. But in the last 5, 6, 7 minutes, it has been Togo who are dictating, determining, and bringing out the very best in them. As far as the tactical aspect of this game is concerned, clearly I've enjoyed a very good game. No matter what, it's been a great game so far. Togo have done very well. And sometimes I tend to ask myself, how come they lost in their opener against Niger? That's a big question on its own.
Well, a bit of tactical twist coming to play. We're talking about Ajagba 𝗨𝟑𝟳 He plays for Vicam in Togo. At least he's been a real revelation in this tournament. Aside his captain 𝗭𝗎 who's been a real orchestrator in the middle. That is another opportunity for the side to at least sweat down a bit, have a bit of chit chat, motivate themselves and get back into this game. They will need a lot of firepower up front, at least to conjure a bit of magic. A lot of chances fall in the way of the two sides, but again the big question is who is going to step up to convert it.
Yes, that's the problem now. Many opportunities created, but unfortunately they have not been able to live up to their expectation. And so talking about this Togolese side, their first major appearance in a U17 competition was in 2007 where they came second.
So here comes once again the Sparrowhawks. A lovely play onto the far side. It's coming from back. At least a lot of struggle within the box, but referee 𝗨𝟑𝟳 𝗏𝗏 who puts it the way of this Burkina Faso. That's a huge relief for them.
Exactly. The Burkina Faso side seem to be under a lot of pressure. They've been pinned to the wall and they are expected to balance and neutralize any attacking threats from Togo. But so far, they've not been able to do that and the pressure keeps coming. Had it not been the fragile nature of the attacking play of Togo, I think the Togolese should have taken the lead by now.
Oh, captain nearly committing a howler on that occasion. But he manages to keep. Here comes Burkina Faso again through the big man himself, Alassana. Finds his captain, 𝗭𝗏𝗓, but once again he fouls his marker. And that'll be a free kick going the way of Togo.
So Togo will now have some space to breathe. Having been under pressure for some few seconds, they are back into full action and they have some space now. But I think it's been a good game so far and I'm enjoying it to the maximum.
Well, it's free kick, well affected by 𝗭𝗢𝗡, long one inside. But could only find those in the white sets. 𝗭𝗏𝗓 goes down. It's a battle of the captains. And 𝗭𝗎𝗓 is a culprit on that occasion. He was just too strong for 𝗭𝗏𝗓 in that instance. That's a quick play. Issouf. Oh, lovely now into the middle. 𝗭𝗏𝗓, you have a touch once again. He's looking for support, finds one. But it's back to the man in the 14 shirt. Babayara once again. All the passes are not just going through. Both teams really struggling to find those pocket of spaces now. But here comes Alassana. Oh, lovely play. Sharaf drifts it onto the right hand side because there's a man plenty of space looking for it again, but it's been well dealt with. Quality stuff.
Well, that was a great attack there from Burkina Faso. But equally, the Togolese were up to the expectation, having been able to break that barrier. I mean, it clearly shows that indeed this game hasn't been an easy one here for Burkina Faso.
Oh, here comes Kolani coming to save the situation once again. He's always very red hot alert in his takes. That is Ajagba. At least finds one, launches a deep one into the half. So that certainly is the end of this game. The Ghanaian referee 𝗨𝟑𝟳 𝗏𝗏 put this game to bed. But what I tell you, it's been some very nervy moments in this first 45 minutes here at the Legon Sports Stadium. It's been a lot of chances that have been blasted wide by the two sides. But certainly in a halftime break, there'll be a lot of chit-chat in the dressing room.
Exactly, a lot of chit-chat will have to take place in the dressing room. especially on the part of the Togolese, who created as many as twice the chances created by the Burkina Faso side. And it tells you that if they were not able to capitalize on any of that, tactically and technically, they have got a lot of work to do. And I think this will be the right time for them to, take them through all that they have to consider ahead of the second half. Great game, great moment, great momentum, great exposure, and great excitement in the first half of this game.
Is the microphone good? Okay. Hello and welcome again to the University of Ghana Sports Stadium. It's interesting to know that well, this game has not fetched any goals. There's been a number of chances. It's Togo up against Burkina Faso here. Welcome once again. I am Bernard Abekoachi. Of course, I'm here with my brother Francis Blackett. And Francis, I mean, welcome back onto the set again.
Yeah, you know, you can see I'm smiling because the two teams really gave us a treat. That was the best you can get from these U17 guys in a 45 minutes of having a crack at each other back to back. And the only thing missing from the game is we've had no less than 4 clear-cut goal-scoring chances for both teams. But the only thing missing is none of them is clinical, or they don't have that ruthless striker in front of goal to be able to put those chances out. But they were premium chances are begging in that first 45 minutes. And it was entertaining, everything. And you can tell from the reactions of the fans in the stadium, this is a very lively game.
Well, interestingly, the two goalkeepers. I mean, I was criticizing the Togolese goalkeeper because I saw him concede 3 in his first game, but it seems he's been in shape in this game.
Yeah, you look at 𝗭𝗎𝗡𝗘, the goalkeeper for the Togolese under-17 team. He has been the busiest of the two goalkeepers in that first 45 minutes. He has pulled out some magnificent saves. Trust me. Some of the balls that he was able to pull out of the net is something extraordinary. And for a young goalkeeper under the age of 17, pulling such saves, not one, not twice, not thrice, speaks volume. And that tells you that he's a very good goalkeeper.
Well, interestingly, you're speaking well of the attack as well, but the midfield have not been left in the chunk, is it? They've also tried. I've seen in a few occasions where midfield battles go, a bit like a cracker, each other trying to win the ball. And at this level, I think it's exciting to watch, youngsters want to fight for the ball and try to surge up front.
The midfield battle has been rife in that first 45 minutes. The two teams really had a go at each other, and the two central midfielders against those 3 central midfielders for the Burkina Faso have been brilliant in terms of the way they try to cancel each other or nullify each other's strength. But you can tell the tactical dispensation from both teams, from both coaches on the bench, they try to outwit each other. It's been an end-to-end stuff. It's been thoroughly entertaining as a neutral or as a pundit watching from the stands. You can't ask for more. The only thing missing from this game, trust me, is just that the two teams are yet to put the ball at the back of the net.
Well, talk about the two teams putting the ball up at the back of the net. What should the Togolese do in the second half to try and fetch this all-important opener to make sure? Do you think, first of all, we need some subs to try and engineer the game towards a different direction?
Well, it's not broken. What is not broken, you don't try to fix it. You look at players like 𝗭𝗎𝗡𝗘, the chap spotted number 15 JC, as well as the chap spotted number 7 JC, 𝗭𝗎𝗡𝗘 for the Togolese. He has been brilliant, and their captain Johannes Jerry. These 3 guys have been the most entertaining, the most exciting players for the Togolese team. They've carried loads of threats. It's their decision making in terms of the attacking set. They've got to be calm. They've got to complement each other. And it's all about decision making in terms of the attacking set. When they can be a little bit decisive and calm in front of goal, I think they can put the ball at the back of the net. But the flip side, if you look at what the Burkina Faso are doing as well, you look at Sheriff as well as Alassane Bakayoko and Ashraf Tapsoba. These 2 guys have had some guilty chances in terms of scoring. Fofana as well as Sheriff Badra, the captain. They had some chances, and as to how they were not able to put those chances away, leaves much to be there. And you could tell the Burkina Faso coach is the most frustrated among the 2 coaches because he felt like they have created the most clear-cut chances in that first 45 minutes. But as to how they are not able to put the ball at the back of the net is something that he will be pondering. And I know his dressing room will be boiling at this particular point in time because you can tell that they've created the chances that they at least need to score from those chances they've created in the first 45 minutes.
What of Burkina Faso? I mean, they will need a goal in this encounter. They played 0-0 for the Togolese. At least they had a goal, which gives them the strength that going forward they can find their scoring rhythm. But for Burkina Faso, they've not scored in this competition. What should they do to find that all-important opener?
Well, they shouldn't allow the occasion to get to them because when it gets to them, they'll fumble. And we've seen that in the first half. They've been very lively. They've created enough decent chances to be able to score. But their problem is that calm head. And their striker, he should be able to have that calmness in front of goal because the premium chances were there. They played enough premium chances in the attacking channel, and they had enough bodies lurking around the penalty box. But they've got to weather the storm. They've got to be ruthless. And in football, when you create enough chances and you don't convert them, they'll come back to haunt you. And I pray those chances that they've missed in the first half don't come back to haunt them, because the Togolese goalkeeper has really proven that he's a good goalkeeper.
Absolutely.
But probably he has learned a thing or two from the first game that he has conceded 3 goals. And in this afternoon, he doesn't look like someone that is ready to let his guards down. And for the Burkina base, they should continue with what they are doing. The only thing that the coach should do in going into the second half, he should tell the attacking players they should be decisive enough in front of goal. They should be calm. And if they can do that, trust me, they'll pick up a goal or 2 in this game. But for the Togolese team, I think it's not broken for them. They have soaked the pressure. They have created a lot of chances in terms of the counter-attacking play. But what they also need to do is to be clinical, or to have that player who has been to be Bagba, to be able, the chap sporting number 15 JC. He has been the culprit on the day for them. They've played enough chances, enough premium chances to him. And if he can be a little bit clinical and take doubt out of his game, I think he can pop up with a goal or 2 for the Togolese team.
I see something in this first half. Both teams trying to orchestrate through the channel on either flanks. Absolutely. You feel they should switch that a bit, because the crosses get into the box, but the connection on many occasions have not been excellent. Just on a few. You feel they should walk the ball through the middle to try and fetch the opener, as they seem to want to get back.
Well, in terms of the attacking play, both teams, they played most of the balls on the wings, but in terms of creation, you could tell that they play some of the passes through the central midfielder as well. So it's all about prioritizing what can get you the needed result, and if they can be able to conjure that, they should be able to score goals in this game. I can see both teams scoring in the second half as well, based on what they've done in the first half. Chances were premium, and if one side scores, trust me, the second side, the opponent will have the opportunity to reply in the same rich vein of form. So going into the game, I can see goals coming in the second half. I will be so much shocked as a pundit if this game ends in a 0-0 stalemate.
That's brilliant. I know the teams will be getting on the pitch now. They don't, these are under 17s, but they don't seem to have pressure on them. Is that excellent? Enough for a tournament like this?
Well, when you go into a game and it's a 6-pointer, 6-pointers basically means that you've got to win. And when you win, you are kicking someone out of the competition. And these two teams knows very well that the one who will lose this game will pack their bag and luggage and they'll be booted out of the competition. That's the extra motivation. You've got to win to have your destiny in your own hands. And from what we've witnessed in the first half, both teams have really proven that they are in for it. And they are really having a crack at each other. Like I said earlier, in the second half, I expect the game to explode and catch fire, and both teams are ready to elevate and take the game to the next level. I'll be so much surprised if this game ends in a 0-0 scoreline.
From what you've seen from both sides, which do you see to be that in few seconds to stand out to win this game finally?
Well, based on what I've seen as a pundit, any of these two teams can win this game. But the one that will score the very first goal in this game will stand a better chance of winning the game.
Thank you very much, guys. Of course, the teams are getting out of that channel to stay on the pitch and give us something intriguing also in the second half of the game. So we join our commentary team. Recall, I am Bernard Abekochi. This is my brother Francis Blackgate and Ruben doing this. Let's join our commentary team for the second half. When we return, there's a lot more action here. Stick and stay.
Sports Stadium with a very interesting first half sold out by these two sides. Of course, the best result for Burkina Faso at the continental level was back in 2011 when they beat Rwanda by 2-1 to lift it. Since then, it's not been a very perfect performance for them. A lot of instructions from both managers, of course. Burkina Faso ready to kick this game. And there's a captain of the side, Badri, with the first touch in the second half. Only to resume play.
Well, exactly. The second half is what we expect, Flo, and it has already begun. And I expect a very different game altogether. And I know a lot has gone on in the dressing rooms. And let's see how these players will put the ideas and ideologies of the coaches to use in this second half.
Also here they come again is Alice Togo, who is trying to defend at this particular point in time. With Burkina Faso on the offensive foot in this game. It's a corner kick floated inside to the last post there, but it's been well dealt with by the man in the 17th shirt again. 𝗭𝗢𝗡 always at the right place to deal with such situations.
Early incursion so far from Burkina Faso. They are trying everything possible to at least get an early goal in the second half. But let's see how well the Togolese will equally respond to that attack.
Fadel always leaves it for 𝗨𝟑, who loses out on possession to the Togolese, who track forward a bit to the man in the 7th shed. 𝗭𝗢𝗡𝗘 once again gets it involved, finds the man in the 15th shed, back by once again, but it's out for a throwing advantage.
So the 1-2 touches from Togo was equally a good one there, and it clearly shows you how technical they have been as a team, and their academies are really teaching them something good.
Padre pressed the ball onto the right hand side, unless to find a man in plenty of space, 𝗨𝟑𝟳 and it's been dealt with, but the head comes again to the last post, but it just rushed out. Oh, that's a bit nervy moment for the defense of Togo in this game. And the reason goalkeeper 𝗭𝗢𝗡 is not very excited with his defensive line.
Nerves were put to test on that occasion. That was a good one there from 𝗨𝟑, but the ball skills just across the face, almost on the verge of entering, and that would have been the first goal in this game.
Love to at least start something once again from the back. He stops by the man in the 2 shirt for the Sparrowhawks. Afideno, who gives the ball away to the Ashraf, who are hoping to connect to his captain Badri, but couldn't. As Afideno once again comes into the picture for Togo once again. With just 2 minutes played. Well, referee for this game is Abdul Latif Adari. Here comes lovely play onto the right hand side, but is being picked by 𝗭𝗢𝗡𝗘 once again. And that's a very dangerous foul there by the man in the 4th shirt, Issouf Dabo. And you can see plenty of emotions there as he stays on the turf in some serious pain.
So emotional flaring there, and clearly it shows that there was a poor touch and a wrong touch there. The referee having it on point. He seems to be going through some pain and will require some medical attention. He has been an excellent figure in the Togolese setup, having been able to control and steer affairs in the middle of the turf here for the young Togo. We would expect that he does very well in ensuring that at the end of the day he maintains the same spectacular performance as already seen and witnessed from him in the competition. So it looks like there will be an extra medical attention for the young lad who seems to be going through some pain. And it is the University of Ghana Sports Stadium, and we have done 48 minutes in all, just 4 minutes in the second half, so 49 minutes. He might be stretched off the pitch and having gone through some pain. And the player in question here for the Togolese is 𝗭𝗎𝗏, who is the leading marksman here for the Young Hawks of Togo.
Oh, so all right, so certainly captain of the side comes in, but Jerry, but certainly couldn't really hit that ball through. And he went down in the process. But here comes the try, quickly floated into their area. But again, it's Burkina Faso who's got to do a lot of defending. Togo is beginning to find their rhythm once again. Afid switched the ball onto the right-hand side, but couldn't really reach the man who was trying to pick out a clue. And here they'll come, lovely play. That's a strong hit there. Listen for the man in the 10th set. Abderi fails to arrive early.
Well, that was a great move there from the captain on the side. And that was an excellent clearance as well from the Togolese. Great game so far, and it looks like the game has been back and forth. But for now, the Burkina are in charge and dictating the pace. A very good one there, and it's a corner kick here for them.
So it's corner kick for Burkina Faso with a man again who has been the set piece specialist. Abdoulaye Latif floats one inside. That is textbook one. And again, Togo really struggling to deal with that. His return again to Abdoulaye Latif. This time around, sensing the Ikela. That was too straight. As it's being cleared out of defensive area. Ajagba. And he's coming to the rescue of the Sparrowhawks of Togo once again.
Way too many stoppages in this game, especially the second half. There have been a lot of going downs, and this clearly gives a different picture. And the game hasn't seen much of a great flow as witnessed in the first half particularly, but then the second half has been way too many stoppages, and this gives a as far as flowing in this game is concerned.
Well, it's been dropped and it's been kicked off quickly by the man Ajagba. 3-4 drifts it onto the right hand side, but the clue is failing to catch the idea. His captain was trying to nest on that occasion, and that'll be a goal kick.
Well, that was a great move there from the captain of the side, controlling from his end to an attacking mood, and also excellently killing the ball out. For he was looking for a great connection, but the communication didn't go right. Paving way here for the Burkina Faso to have some breathing space.
Is back onto Badri's right foot as he hoping to kill in. Oh my goodness, that was a lovely hit. But again, Kolani ever present to save the situation. This has been a very clever goalkeeper in this fixture, keeping his eye literally on the ball anytime it's been moved towards him.
Well, he's done a great job so far, Kolani. He's been the tallest among his colleagues in terms of performance, the giant of the team, and I can confidently say that he has saved them not on one, not on twice, or not on thrice, but on so many occasions in this game. But I think he still has a long way to go.
But here comes a glorious chance once again. Kolani goes to the ground to save the situation for the Sparrowhawks once again. He's been a man who's seen most of the ball in this game. As we get ready for another clever onslaught, this time around from the right hand side, with the player going down in the process. You're likely to have the substitution. The first one of this encounter is a man in the 15 shirt, Dagba, who will take an early shower. As we see another new face, Bashiru Pakuda, who scored against Niger, being introduced into the game by Coach Kuku. Unless you add a bit of depth into the attacking options.
Well, I think that was a great, tactical change there from the coach. Basiru Pakoda, having scored in the last game, he has the bite, he has the energy and the physique to come on board with, and clearly we are likely to see something similar from him.
Well, couldn't be kept on the play. Chick fell in to keep his eye on the ball and is out, but it will be floated inside. Yusufu Dabo. And Chick again, unless you have a touch. Yes, retained. And it's now to the chest of Captain Badjeri, who will now look for his forward lines. Can they find him? But again, that was so much power behind the ball to be kept. But here comes Bajeri again, captain of the side, trying to find a bit of energy to tease this Burkina Faso out of their defensive cell. Now they went down in the process. But it's a big guess, isn't it? Alassana is being retracted from this game with a man, Kobana, getting ready to come in for him.
A giant in, a giant out. And sometimes you need to ask questions about the tactical changes, but I think he's going to add a lot of bite to the setup. Kobana Ouattara goes on, and I think he has what it takes to make a difference. But let's see how well he contributes in the remaining minutes of play.
Well, Togo's free kick at a very advantageous position. If was struck, coming very dangerous to this Stallions of Burkina Faso, and is the captain Bajeri who goes behind it. At least he'll be hoping to send in a well-tailored measure one into the penalty box to find those in the yellow shirt. The captain needing a bit of inspiration. Here he comes, floated in, and nearly Fadel gets a touch to it, and that'll be a corner kick.
So that was a great intervention there from Fadel, denying the Togolese an opportunity to cause any upset. Fadel Barrow, he was on time and he hit it out of play. It's a corner kick anyway, another set piece. That is a great one there for Togolese.
Well, seeing so many set pieces, but again the trouble has been who is really going to connect. That is where the question has been. Mixing, oh my goodness, rising highest, but again he couldn't really tame his header. Perhaps he went overboard. That'll be another walk-cam goal kick to Burkina Faso in this game.
So Mohamed Ajagba was on time. He did right by heading that ball, but his direction was the problem. It was way too high for him, and unfortunately he couldn't connect perfectly with the delivery.
Well, 12 minutes cleared in the second half. It's a WAFU Zone B tournament here in Accra, Ghana. And it's Group B, seeing their second match of the day. After match day one, here comes the man himself, the big man, magnifying himself, Alfred Daniel, switches on to the right-hand side, finds Babayara. And Babayara has been well tamed in his strat. Oh, lovely play there. He's still trying to go on his mark-up, foul in the process, referee. We'll point to that spot. And it's a big free kick for Burkina Faso. Let's see what Burkina Faso can do. Can he hit it? Oh, very close to the halfway line. It's floated inside. Oh my goodness. Goalkeeper Prince is rather Kolani. Only saving the situation once again.
Prince has been a delight to watch so far in this game, and clearly he has been one of the revelations in the tournament despite the early stages in the competition. Today his demeanor, his composition, and how he reacts to situations clearly shows that indeed he is ready for the battle ahead of him.
That's a lovely back flick, but here comes Burkina Faso. Lovely run from the right hand side. Can he be sent in? But again, it's the big man himself, Kolani, who comes out to save that situation for Togo. He's been very hard-working in this game, I must tell you. It's been a ding-dong affair between the two sides. Chick and lifts the ball for his edge-setted player, who also gives the ball away to Koza. Koza fans, Aisime. But Chick once again coming to the free. Oh, here it comes again. That is it, Captain Badri. It's played on. And Burkina Faso, through Ashraf, have opened the scoring account here at the Legon Sports Stadium. Defensive blunder. And again, the Stallions have jumped into the lead through the elite marksman, Ashraf.
Well, that was poor defensive play there from Togo. Almost all of them were caught ball watching. And probably we'll hear from Ashraf to capitalize on that opportunity. That was a simple connection, and it's one of Burkina Faso, and their effort finally pays off in a grand start for them.
Oh, lots of credit going to the captain on the side, Sheriff Badri, who started it all. He spotted his talisman in plenty of space with just that inside pass to him, and the finish, absolutely no questions about it. Beating goalkeeper, calling it to it. It's Burkina Faso 1, Togo 0.
I mean, it's a great momentum for Burkina Faso. They've been looking forward to this, and here they are today, leading by a goal and trying to capitalize on the maximum points at stake. I mean, it's been a great game so far for the Burkinabés.
Well, Sally are now done in this game, and at least the Stallions will now look at something beautiful they've been able to craft in a 60th minute. Maybe they could hold on to that. But it's 30 minutes more for the Sparrowhawks of Togo to at least get back into the game. Alfred Daniel looking for his mark, but it's been blocked. It's a very narrow channel. Mohamed drags it onto the right hand side, but it was just too long, and it to be a throwing advantage to Togo once again. Sent in by Kakpo. He gives the ball away. Kakpo. Koza comes in, couldn't beat it, but here comes Burkina Faso, captain on the side, and Badri this time around decides to go in for the long hit. And that was quite over-ambitious kick.
So that was a good sight for goal from the captain on the side. He saw the goalkeeper off his line, decided to lob the ball at the back of the net, but unfortunately, he couldn't give an accurate kick of that.
It's been Burkina Faso in the last 5 minutes in this game. They've really found their module, they've found their rhythm, and they're causing a lot of havoc for the Sparrowhawks in their own backyard.
And that's one thing that we have seen so far in the last 5 minutes. Burkina Faso back and on top of this game, dictating the pace, dictating the direction, and dictating the momentum as well. And for now, there's a temporary hold up as there's a player down there who seems to be going through some pain. But the referee helps him up, manages to get back onto his feet. The player in question is Issouf, who was just one of the players leading the attack earlier for Burkina Faso. Great game so far, and this is the goal itself. That was a perfect connection there between the two attackers, and from nowhere comes the first goal from Ashraf, and that paves way for Burkina Faso to somehow take the lead here against Togo with 80 minutes played in the second half.
Oh, that's a free kick once again going away for Togo. That's a very great position, and of course you can see captain but Jerry walking into it, at least having a bit of chit chats with the man in the 8 shirts. Ameisha, who was trying to opt for it but to decide to leave it for his captain. And he's also got Koza close by, but obviously it's going to be the duty of the captain to try and kick this one. Maybe a long hit probably will be coming in for him.
But this certainly comes with a lot of technicality and precision. But let's see how well it goes.
Oh, the captain on the side, Bad Jerry. Or is it going to be Koza? Bad Jerry goes for the powerful shot, and again it's Prince equal to the tax. What a kick.
Again, Prince has become the talk of the day. Great stop there from the goalkeeper. And equally, you can give the captain of the side the credit for that wonderful hit. The goalkeeper getting the direction right and stopping that from materializing. Both players deserve some credit, no matter what.
It's floated inside by Prince, but it's made by Kakpo, who returns it onto the right hand side, where his man has been. Here they come against Sparrowhawks, at least trying to find the equalizer badly in this game. Not the best of performance for them in this tournament. Is flighted over. A lot of time wasted from 𝗭𝗡𝗡. Means that he couldn't really find it as he would have wished to. Instead, it's a jog back. 𝗭𝗡𝗡 will try this one back. And it's played on, and there's so much power behind it. That will be a walking goal kick for Burkina Faso once again. As the Stallions who need to really keep their eye in this game.
After scoring the goal, Burkina Faso have gone back to sleep. Togo are trying everything possible to get back in this game. They still have a chance. They still have a way, provided they create enough chances and capitalize on them. I mean, that's one thing that we are lacking in this game. Many chances have been created, but none of them seems to be working for the Togolese. They need to work on their finishing, and I think they will be able to get something.
Well, as it stands, Burkina Faso are leading their table by 4 points after picking a point from match they won against the Golden Eaglets of Nigeria. And due to the situation here, leading by a goal to them makes them the obvious group leaders as it stands. But it's a corner kick for Togo to be effected by Captain 𝗭𝗎𝗓. He drags it inside, but that is so much. Captain 𝗭𝗎𝗓 falls back to 𝗭𝗎𝗓 again at the right hand side. He's got a man in plenty of space. Finds him. Yusuf. Yusuf really could not go on his marker. As referee 𝗨𝟭𝟳 will flash out another yellow card in this game.
Yusuf Bara could have done better. The control was perfect, but he was trying to run his opponent, but unfortunately he loses out the ball and ends up pulling him back, and that certainly calls for a booking. So unfortunately that instead of him being credited for that performance, he ends up receiving a yellow card.
Well, it's being kicked inside by 𝗭𝗡𝗡, and that's certainly one going down. We need to be a throwing advantage. I will stay with the young Sparrowhawks of Togo, who are doing everything possible to get back into the game. That's a very poor kick into the penalty box. No yellow shirts arriving at the receiving end to just tap it home. That's another walking goal kick for Burkina Faso, with this young lad Prince doing so well between the two sticks for them. It's dragged back. Mohamed looking for Fadil on that occasion, but it's all the way back to his goalkeeper, who hopes to regroup from the back. And that certainly is floated onto. That'll be a free kick instead for Togo. Halfway finds 𝗭𝗡𝗡𝗡 at the left hand side. 𝗭𝗡𝗡𝗡 gives the ball away and would have to chase it. Wins the advantage. Oh, the tempo of the game have been dropped a bit. Oh, lovely play from Togo, exchanging passes. 𝗭𝗎𝗓 looking for that space, finds it. It's dragged into the middle. But Burkina Faso has got other ideas. Here they come. Lifts it for the man in the edge shot for them, who has been brought on by the referee. Is it the second goal, but Captain 𝗭𝗎𝗓 arrives a shed late.
Well, the arrival was late, the connection was right, but in any case, it looks like the Burkina Faso side are still not satisfied with what they've done so far. They are hungry and yearning for more goals, and the Togolese have got to sit up. You are down by a goal. You need not to open up your defenses just like that. They are looking for the openings just to capitalize on that and punish them more.
Ameisa is looking for his 𝗭𝗡𝗡 on that occasion, but 𝗭𝗡𝗡 couldn't really guide the ball well. As it's been picked by Prince again. With a walking pace in this game, he picks it up. At least that will waste a few seconds on the clock, as he are leading this game under no pressure at all to play. Here comes Togo. Finds his captain 𝗭𝗎𝗓. A lovely play. Press it onto the left hand side. for the man in the 11 shirts, Ajagba. And again, that is a clever play. What a shot there.
Ajaga had a vision for goal. He was able to cut inside, unleashed one, but the angle was very tight for him, and that was going to be a very difficult one for him to have scored from. But great play without notwithstanding from Ajagba.
Well, it's only 20 minutes left in this game, and it's still Burkina Faso who are trying their luck in terms of trying to get a second. And there's a Captain Badri who goes on in the process, but referee will have none of that. He came across a very strong force in 𝗭𝗡𝗘. Looks to be a bit more complex than we are taught from commentary position, and we need a bit of medical help, at least to get back onto his feet. Sheriff Badri, the captain of the side, who did everything possible leading to the first goal in this game. Went on his marker, but what a save again from Prince. But what a kick from Bajeri in terms of that delivery.
So Bajari was on point with delivery, but equally, you know, to credit Prince for that spectacular save. So many spectacles to this game, but one that is overwhelmingly exciting and difficult to overlook is the one that was saved by Prince, who had his reflexes on point. The diving was excellent. You need to credit him for that performance. I mean, we have seen a lot of pieces giving reasons why these players need to be commended no matter what. It's been a great game so far from a tactical point of view to technical aspect, and I think both coaches have taught the players well enough for them to establish and re-establish their ideologies in the course of this game. Great game and great goalkeeping, and all credit goes to the two teams.
So it looks like Togo is preparing some of the lads to come in later in the game. But that'll be a free kick to Burkina Faso because a man in the white shirt has been brought down. Right in the center cycle, quickly faking, shake. Or lift that one into Togo's box. I couldn't find Kobana, as that will be kicked out for a train advantage to the Stallions once again. Oh, Chick very hard working on the right hand side. He's been running so hard down the right flank in this game. And here is Mohamed. Checks back to find Fadil. Who finds Yusuf. Oh, lovely play. Dara decides to, oh, that was a lovely hit there. But again, the direction lacking some sort of exactness.
Well, exactness was lacking in that play. But I think he was overwhelmed with that pass. He could have done better with that. He had all the time in this one to decide, but unfortunately he flashes it across where there was no connection, meaning the whole attack and build-up became a waste after that glorious opportunity was wasted. But generally, it's been a great game so far, but clinically they have been on the disadvantage. A lot of opportunities wasted in this game particularly.
Mohamed once again for Burkina Faso. Lovely play, but he's got a lot of work to do on the far side. Babayara, here comes Burkina Faso with two white side. Oh, goes for the power to the near post, but it's been saved by 𝗭𝗢𝗡. And he went down in the process. That was a ruthless strike there by the young man. And what a save.
Well, 𝗭𝗢𝗡 has been an excellent figure in this game so far. That was a great save by all standard from 𝗭𝗢𝗡. I mean, he was under pressure. The angle was very tight, and you wouldn't have expected that ball to have gone into the net, except on few occasions. So having been able to keep out that ball, he needs to be commended for, and he seems to be going through some pains after saving that ball. Great performance there from 𝗭𝗢𝗡.
Or Casimir 𝗭𝗢𝗡 plays for 𝗨 in Togo, and he certainly is making his team proud. He's been at the receiving end of some of the most bullets in this game, but at least he's kept them in the game. Aside that goal that he's conceded, he's been a top-notch goalkeeper. With 74 minutes played so far here at the Legon Sports Stadium. As we look forward to the second big game in this group between Nigeria and Niger, close neighbors, who will be looking to trash it out on the field.
Exactly. And this Niger side managed to win their opening game against Togo by 3-2. And Nigeria drew level against Burkina Faso. So clearly it tells you that the Nigerians can never be considered as a minnow, neither can they be considered as an underdog, because they have had an excellent and a wonderful genesis to this competition. So you expect them to build up from where they stopped the last time, having managed to beat Togo by 3-2. Equally, Nigeria is one of the major forces as far as football on the continent of Africa is concerned. When it comes to the U17, they've won it at the African level and they've won it at the world level. All these serve as a form of motivation for the players. So coming up against Niger is going to be a very good game to watch. Let's see how it goes.
Well, talking about the Stallions of Burkina Faso, they finished ahead of Spain in the 2001 at the 17 World Cup in Trinidad and Tobago. And of course, that was such a big performance. Something to be looking to go a step further if they get opportunity. As we've got a water break for these young players to have those chit-chats with their managers as we get ready to resume this game. But it's Amazing who is likely to be taking off in this game as we have a new face coming in. As 𝗭𝗎 comes in the place of the man that wears the 8 shirt, 𝗭𝗢𝗡 Amaisa has been taken off in this game.
Well, I think that will be a very tactical one there for 𝗭𝗎𝗡 to make an impact in this game. And 𝗭𝗡 Amaisa has paid his due. But the question is it well enough for Togo? Certainly no. He could have done better considering his previous game. But definitely, we see how well the impact of 𝗭𝗎𝗡 will be in this game.
Well, so let's see what he adds to his side, as he's likely to play a bit of 30 minutes left on the clock. And it's still the Stallions who are determining the pace of this game and also comfortable in terms of the scoreline as it stands. But there's a Togolese player on the turf at the moment who need a bit of medical help as well after going into that wrestle. And you can see the likes of the man in the 14 shirt, Babayara, a clue. Well, he's holding his weights. A lot of ideas running through the mind of this young chap. As referee 𝗭𝗎𝗓 Adari ensures that the player is being taken off the field to ensure we continue with the action of this game, or certainly to impact the other time after 90 minutes.
The second half has been a game of bizarre experiences, a lot of stoppages, and clearly giving a different impression about this game. But generally, it's been a game of peace, a game of flow, and a game that has a lot to reward all of us.
Nearly getting the level I was looking for, but he arrives a shell late at 𝗭𝗎. As Burkina Faso who calmly regroup from the back. That's such a crazy hit from the back there. 𝗭𝗎 once again will have it onto his feet. And Afidenyo is touched from behind. Spot on call from the referee.
So far officiating has been excellent. Referee Latif has been excellent. Latif is a Premier League referee in the Ghana Premier League. He's a FIFA referee as well. He's been able to handle this game very well, so much on point. These are young ones, and at some point you are likely to experience moments of tempest flaring, but he's been able to control that, and emotions have really gone to play.
Well, likely we are into the last 10 minutes of this game, and certainly the Sparrowhawks will need a bit of inspiration to get back into this game. Certainly a lose for them means that they are already out of the tournament. But it to be a lot of smiles back in Ouagadougou for Burkina Faso. At least they've got 4 points at the stands, just behind Niger. Round 3.
I mean, the millions of people in Ouagadougou and its environs and the entire Burkina Faso territory will be hopeful that Burkina Faso qualifies out of this group. I mean, having drawn in their last game and leading at the moment will pave a very bright way for them to make it out of the group. So they are hoping that at least they get the maximum points here.
Free kick and his captain Bajari who goes behind it. Could this be the sort of opportunity and magic they are looking for? Goalkeeper Prince comes out of his nets, but the flag is already up, and they're really saving the situation. That was nearly a very awkward moment in this game, but the goalkeeper once again showing his braveness by coming out. At least he's been on the receiving end of most of such tackles in this game.
I mean, clearly he has served as a shield, receiving all the bullets from the Togolese, and it tells you that, I mean, his contribution has been excellent. If you clearly see from, I mean, how things are going, you can easily and equally conclude that has it not been his interventions in most of, I mean, the attacks from Togo, it would have been dangerous here for, you know, Burkina Faso. Kudos to him, but he had it wrong. His timing wasn't excellent.
Well, so the favorites are leading by goal to nil, and once again, here they come again. Burkina Faso, Issouf is looking for support, finds one. That's a very strong dairy round there, brought down by referee Latif. Dairy have none of that. Here they come again. Burkina Faso controlling the tempo of game. Mohamed twisting and turning, looking for that support. Went to the crowd of body, dragged it onto his right hand side. And that's a throwing advantage that is staying with him. Here's the Stallions. Not in a hasty effect kicks. Chick calmly walks to effect that one. We'll talk about Chick. He's been a quality player from the right hand side since he's been introduced by his coach.
I mean, so far we've done 82, getting to 83 minutes of play. You clearly could see that Burkina Faso are in a very good position to maximize the point at stake. Togo, on the other hand, will at least seek to get a point to probably give them hope or a lifeline in their last game, which comes off against Nigeria. But let's see how the remaining minutes to go.
That was a lovely ball. That was delivered into the penalty box, but again, it's been well dealt with. And there's a captain again, Sheriff Badri, who is doing everything possible to ensure that the Stallions increase their tally. And you can see the sort of urgency that the Togolese players need. Chick once again, Sanogo finds his captain, Badri. Drifts it into the balls, but that was a clever attack there from Afidenyo, at least to avoid that danger. Here comes Prince. Beautiful play. Lifts the ball for the man in the first set. Issouf double. But again, the flag is already up. It's assistant line 2, Emmanuel Dolagbano, with his flag up at this point. And it's Akakpo once again, but he'll be asked to put it down a bit. Takes the free kick for Togo. Koza with that long hit inside. Abdul Latif, at least with a touch, that will be a train advantage that is going to stay with the Sparrowhawks. Oh, here's a strong challenge from Afidenyo once again on the captain, Sheriff Badri.
Badri has been an excellent figure, controlling the affairs from the middle, and clearly you could see that the Burkina are trying to calm things down. They are leading by a goal. Still have some few minutes to the end of proceedings. We have about 5 minutes more plus other time to go, 85 minutes in all. And I still think they have a lot of work to do despite just some few minutes to the end of proceedings.
Well, less than 5 minutes to go, and it's still the Stallions who are holding on to that goal from the Alice McMahon Ashraf on the 60th minute when he was played into the channel by the captain, Sheriff Badri. And it's Togo's throwing, and Akakpo once again letting himself to take this free kick halfway. He decides to hit it. That's a poor kick from the left back. Finds the captain of Burkina Faso, Abdul Latif, couldn't hit it through, but it's now back onto the feet of Fidenyo, who is being sandwiched by these Burkina Faso players. Well, so many calls in the dynamics of this game.
I mean, the second half generally has been a game of so many call-ins by the referee. The drama, the theater, and the decision to outwit the referees at some point gives a different impression altogether about this game.
But here comes a lot of great play coming from Mohamed, the chap in the 6 for Burkina Faso. He's been a real orchestrator, but here Togo come forward again, and they've been dispossessed of the ball. Lovely play now from the Stallions, once again playing on their captain. Oh, it's now into plenty of space, but Kolani reading the lines, comes out, picks it, and here he'll send his man on that lovely run out the far side. Baba Yara. Asking to calm down their nerves. Fadil will not be in a hasty rush for this one at all. He's leading by a goal to nil. As we've done 87 minutes already. Only less than 3 minutes to go in normal time. Does Burkina Faso throwing, and at least you can see how these young players are wasting a bit of time.
Yes, exactly, that's the case. I mean, they are trying to while away time with just about 2 minutes to the end of proceeding. They have nothing to worry. They are leading by a goal to nil, and the maximum point at stake will be grabbed, and this practically throws the game under the carpet, because at the end of the day Burkina Faso will have 4 points and Togo will see the exit. I mean, it's quite unfortunate that despite the fluidity in how they are playing, they are likely to exit the tournament if things stay this way. But who knows, few seconds can make a lot of changes in football, and we are all living testimonies to some of these things.
Oh, that was a double substitution for the Stallions with the captain Sheriff Badri being retracted in this game for Asifua to come in, and also the man who was able to find the back of the net, Ashraf, retracted for another Sheriff who has been introduced by the coach Oscar Barrow. At least they're going to test some few minutes in this game. At least resting his star man. Ajagba, here comes full sprint, go on one of his markers, but the fluidity quickly takes it. Sensing, but there's nobody, absolutely nobody in the yellow set to receive that ball as Captain Badjeri arrives late. That's an easy pick for goalkeeper Prince once again.
Prince has been an excellent goalkeeper, one of the very few players remembered and reminded in this game, and I think he's done so well for them. He has really been tested severally, but he's been able to stand up to that, keeping a clean sheet here for Burkina Faso.
Well, Koza gives out that ball, and it's now the blind 𝗨𝟑𝟳 who now hope to run the right hand side, but 𝗭𝗢𝗡 once again is just too strong for him. It's a throwing advantage to the Stallions once again, as Mohammed is now wearing the captain's armband, the deputy captain. He's been very enterprising in this game. That was a long hit. And the man who came in, Sheriff, already committing his first foul since being introduced into the game. As we've done 30 minutes, 90 minutes already. Looking forward to the number of minutes that will be added on by the officials. But here they come again. Lovely play. Sufu looking for his man Sheriff. And the flag is up again on the right hand side. Curtailing the quality of attack that they were intending for.
That was a great instinct, responding positively to that. I mean, he was opening up the defense. He did that so successfully. But the attacker was never in line with the defense. Slightly ahead of that. And the attack is just one out of the many wasted opportunities. Really nothing for them. I mean, it's a sign that indeed they are willing to add more goals.
Oh, so Fofana has come in for Burkina Faso, and he came in a place of the man who's been very hard working, 𝗨𝟑𝟳. Here comes 𝗭𝗢𝗡𝗘. The referee spotting something. He was straight from behind. And it's captain of the side for the Sparrowhawk, Batch Jerry, who gets ready to hit this one inside. Goes behind it. Well, could this be the miracle? Could this be the magic that he'll be looking for all in this game? Floated in and straight into the hand of goalkeeper Prince.
Prince, like I said earlier, he's been the man to watch on the part of the Burkina Faso. He's done a great job so far, and he still has a long way to go. I mean, he's been the motivation and the main shot, receiving all the bullets from various angles, firing, receiving all the storms, but then at the end of the day, he's been able to live up to all that. He has stood tall, and his progress is overwhelming.
All this Burkina Faso once again, who've got the opportunity to effect this free kick. Kobana drags it onto the right hand side. It's back to the captain of the side, Mohammed. Hits his face, but will stay in play. Mohammed drifting into the middle, loses out on the ball, but the Sheriff picks it up. Mohammed again, lovely play. Could this be the second one? And that is it. Burkina Faso. My goodness, what a time to score. What a time to kill the game. Togo lost focus and they were punished for it. And it's the man that have been brought in, Sheriff.
Well, the 2 goals conceded so far have been as a result of defensive unawareness. And I think that has been one of the major challenges in the Togolese setup. They were all caught ball watching, and that was a great partnership, eventually paving way here for a second, and the game is done now. It's a done deal now.
Ibrahima Fofana, at least giving the fans something to rejoice about, and you can see the Burkina Faso in the stand really enjoying themselves. Absolutely leading as they stand. No troubles about it. Togo obviously are packing out of this tournament after their final game against Nigeria. But let's see if they can find consolation.
And I think any moment from now the whistle might go for the end of the entire duration here. Burkina Faso leading by 2 and with confidence. And it tells you how the story has been so far.
Here they come again, but at least what a run into the middle there by the goal scorer for Fana. And Togo at least will try to do something, but Bayara couldn't keep it. It's being kept out, throwing advantage to Togo, quickly taking.
So we have one microphone ready.
And I think we have exhausted the 5 minutes of added time, hoping to.
So that is it. The Kenyan referee, 𝗭𝗎 Adari, has put this game to bed, and the Stallions of Burkina Faso have won this game by 2-0. In fact, they were the obvious favorites on paper heading into this game, and it has paid off. What a crazy play from the Stallions.
Well, certainly it has been a crazy play here from the Stallions. They were the favorites from the beginning, and they've been able to do exactly what we anticipated. And the build-up has been an excellent one so far for them. It's been a great game for Burkina Faso, and having been able to win by a goal to nil means that they will be on 4 points, and on top of Group B, closely followed there in second place by Niger, who have 3 points, having beaten Togo in the opening game. So these are some of the happenings in the course of the entire duration of this game. And take a look critically at this. That was a perfect pass leading to the second goal. Only the goalkeeper at his mercy finishes off on time, and that sees Burkina Faso finally closing the chapter on this very game.
Is it? No. Right, so the Manchester City they lead 2-0. Initially they lead 2-0.
I don't know, my network just go off as I can.
I will check for you.
He come.
Oh, okay. No, I can't hear you. No, I know you. I don't hear you. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Hello?
In your picture,
Man of the match.
Hi. Check sound.
high.
All right, so we welcome you once more. This is the University of Ghana Sports Stadium, the host for this year's WAFU Zone B Under-17 AFCON qualifier. And indeed, we've had our first game of the day. It is in that game where Burkina Faso shone, and they stood high over Togo. We've spoken well about Togo in this game, but the fashion in which they conceded in the last stages of this game, not quite encouraging. I am Bernard Abeko-Oche. Welcome on board. I've got my brother Francis Blackgate with me here in the studio. Francis, I mean, you said we were going to see goals, and we saw them.
Yeah, before we started the game, we asked me which side do I take.
Absolutely.
I told you I fancy Burkina Faso.
Yeah.
And at halftime, when you asked me what my general said, I told you I'll be shocked if this game ends in a 0-0.
Yeah.
I can see goals in this. And I told you as well that the side that will score the first goal
Yeah.
will have a bigger chance of winning the game.
Absolutely.
And every single team pan out. See, let me tell you, the two teams played a great game, but you could tell that since from the first half it was coming, that the Burkina Faso kept carving the Togolese defensive unit at premium range, open on countless occasions, but they were just not lethal in front of goal.
Yeah.
And I told you they need that calm head in front of goal to be able to convert the chances. And in the second half, they hit to that advice and they scored. The first goal was a gift. The centre back basically played into the hands of 𝗭𝗎 and he basically punished them. Then the second goal by Ibrahim Afofana was a brilliant team move. They built from midfield into the attacking third. He disguised himself onto the far post. He got located and he had only one thing on his mind: to put the ball at the back of the net. And he did that, thereby putting them by 2-0, and now they have their own destiny in their own hands. They will watch the second game between Nigeria and Niger, and from there they will know whether they are in the competition, because as of now they have 4 points. And basically, if any of those two sides playing in the second round, if any of them wins, that means they will qualify. So it's been a brilliant game that we've witnessed over the course of 90 minutes here at the University of Ghana's Sports Stadium.
Of course, there's a second game to talk about, but I mean, the man of the match, we'd want to speak a little about him. I mean, the fashion in which he dazzled in this game, well, that placed him out of, you know, his group. I mean, talk to us about him.
Yeah, Issouf Bara, the chap spotted number 7 jersey for the Burkina Faso. In the opening game against the Nigerians, I told you in the preview, I told you he carried most threats in terms of what they do, in terms of carrying the ball into the attacking set. And you could tell how he sparkled, he dazzled under the limelight yet again this afternoon. Everything he touched clicked into full gear for him. And he was one of the sparkling lights in the team this afternoon. And basically, he deserved to win man of the match, because whatever he did this afternoon paid off to perfection. And I think he's one for the future. He's a brilliant player by our standard.
Well, the tournament has just begun, and it is interesting to know that, well, there are a number of superstars here to count on, and it will be interesting to know that there are a number of games for us to go. Then again, well, this is just day 2 for Group B, for the Group B guys. I know we'll be zooming into another Group B fixture, which is Nigeria. We'll come back and talk about that game, but I mean, what would you take along with you if you're a Burkina Faso coach in this game? You had a win, but what would you be taking along with you?
Well, he has to work on his attackers. Because if you look at his team, they play good football. They build from the back, build into midfield, expand on the wings, get enough premium chances into the box. But it is how calm and decisive they are in terms of converting those chances in the box. That's what basically dragged this game into the second half before they were able to get the goals in the game. So if they go back to the training ground, basically what they are supposed to do is to work on their finishing, especially the strikers. They are good players. They are very mobile. They don't play static football.
Yeah.
They interchange positions, the three players up front. If you look at 𝗭𝗎 in particular, he's a very good player. You look at Bakayoko as well. Very good player. You look at Latif Sharif. Brilliant, the captain, brilliant player. So one thing that they need to work on is in terms of their decision making when they get on top of the pitch. If they can get that spot on, trust me, they will cause lots of problems to defensive units and other teams in the competition here in Ghana.
I know if you are Togo, it's not a done deal, is it? And if it is a done deal, I mean, how would you carry yourself on? If it is not a done deal, how would you approach your last game if you have it?
Well, now they've played 2 matches. They don't have any goal. They haven't -3 goals, 0 points, and that should tell you how tough it will be for them. Because basically, if Nigeria should win, then that means Togo is out of the competition, because Nigeria is also having 1 point, and if they win, they will have 4 points. And now Mali themselves, Burkina Faso having 4 points. So the only way out for Togo in this competition is for them to pray that the next game ends in a draw. When the next game ends in a draw, then they will have a slim chance. But as of now, I can't see any way back for Togo in this competition, because it will be extremely difficult for them to play there. It may be probably it will be redemption for them in their last group game. If they can try to win, then probably it's redemption for them. But apart from that, I don't think they can qualify from this group.
Nigeria have just a point. Redemption means Togo must beat Nigeria in their last game. Would that be possible? Well, we'll leave you here for you to also, probably maybe deliberate around it or what have you. Thank you very much. I am Bernard 𝗭𝗎 Francis Blackgate here with us. Let's go for this break. When we come back, we'll talk about Nigeria, Niger.
It's already on it. Hello.
Hello. Hello. Hello. Hello. Hello. Hello. Hello. Hello.